In this video, I'm going to go through how to do some graffiti text. I'm going to do a text-based, and this applies to drawing as well. If you wanted to do this, we can see on this, we have this older graffiti textured look. So the first thing we're going to do is find a nice background that's textured. I just found this brick one, and we'll expand that. Then I'm going to come over to my text. I'm going to draw. I'm going to choose a black color to start with. And I'm just going to type the word test. I started with a nice bold font. You can download a graffiti font this works with, or you can find another default font that you like as well. So we can see we have there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer to this. New layer, transparent. I'm going to come to my, drop it below my test, and I am going to come to my test layer, right click, and go alpha to selection, selecting that text. Now what I'm going to do is go to that bottom layer, and I'm going to come up here to select, and I'm going to grow. I'm going to put a 15 pixel growth around it. Again, you can play with it for the desired effect that you'd like. So I have that selection. I'm going to come to my bucket fill now. I'm going to choose a nice white paint, and on that layer that I have right here, I'm going to fill in that selection. So I have that shadowed type background. I'm going to do a new layer yet again, transparent. This time I'm going to stick it on top. Now, I'm going to come over here to my foreground colors. I'm going to choose a nice blue, and I already have a gray selected here, but again, this is something that you can figure out what you'd like. I have my FG to transparent on. I'm going to select above and below and get that nice shadowed look on that. Now, after doing this, I'm going to come up here to select none. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to merge down all my text layers, not to the background. So I have my background here still, and then my text layer here as well. On my text layer, I'm going to come to my filters. I'm going to go to my light and shadow, and I'm going to do a drop shadow on this. I'm going to choose 20 on my X and my Y with a 0 blur radius and 70 opacity. I'm going to do my selection so I get that nice little shadow right there. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to merge down and join those layers. So we can see there. Now I'm going to change this text layer because that doesn't pop extremely well. I'm going to change it to, or pops too much I should say. I'm going to change it to an overlay, and we can see how I have this older look to it. I can duplicate this layer. I'm going to take the bottom layer. I'm going to do a filter, a blur, Gaussian. Again, I might do something like a 30 on this one, and we can see how we have that older distressed look with that shadow. Depending how deep I want this, I can duplicate that layer again. I might come down to filters, Gaussian, and I will do a little bit less of a blur on this one, maybe somewhere around 15 or so. So again, it's all about the distress type look that you're going for. Now we can see this kind of looks like it's into the wall. We have a light source. Might have done a little bit lighter of a color on that shadow. But again, this is kind of artistic expression to get the desired look that you're going for. This again, you could do a paintbrush and design it to have a graffiti type brush and do the same